I told you the goalposts were going to move. Sadly, it only took one day. I told you yesterday that now that we've had Operation Warp Speed, and regardless of your feelings about vaccines, I respect people's opinions. You have your own, and that's fine. But there is no question that Operation Warp Speed, thank you to the private companies that did it, and thank you for President Trump for getting the government out of the way. Because I did get an email yesterday. Dan, you were bashing government's involvement in anything, yet government ran Operation Warp Speed. No, that you're reading that totally wrong. President Trump, what he did through Operation Warp Speed was get the government out of the way and stop the bureaucratic hurdles to a vaccine. Does everybody get that? Yes, there were taxpayer dollars. And in the general welfare clause of the Constitution, I believe that does apply, to be fair to both sides. But it was not a government operation, Warp Speed. It was a government initiative by Trump to get the government out of the way. Hat tip to Donald Trump for being the first person to figure that out. Hey, Joe, I've got a crazy idea. If we let Pfizer and Moderna do their thing without government bureaucrats sniffing their necks every 5 minutes and breathing down their, what are you doing? Maybe they'll get it done quicker. Crazy idea, right, Joe? Crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about
that. Trump was the first person to apparently think of this. And that's why you have a vaccine in literally record time, not figuratively. Thank you, President Trump. Again, you have your own opinions on vaccines. Get it. You're all smart adults. You can figure it out. But I told you with the vaccine that the goalposts were now going to move. Why? Because there's nothing liberals like more than being tyrants and being in control. And the ability to shut down unfavored places and conservative portions of their district and shut down disfavored businesses by edicts like, we're shutting the restaurant business down because 1% of infections are there. What? We're shutting it down because I said so. They're never going to give that up. So I told you yesterday, even with the vaccine, not coming, it's here now. The goalposts were going to move. Here's the first photo from the New York Times. Already, the goalposts moving already. Look at this. Headline from the Times. Here's why vaccinated people still need to wear a mask. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Can we see the science on this first? Because this sounds a little strange. Either the vaccine works or it doesn't, right? We're not sure. Vaccinated people can still be spreaders. Can they? Is there hard data on that? Because that's a pretty profound thing to force the entire population of the United States to put a mask on if we're not sure of the science. Let's hear what the science has to say. I'm willing to hear it out. We don't promote disinformation on the channel, but can we get the science first? So weirdly enough, Joe already knows. He cut this clip. Yeah, here is a guy on some medical expert on MSNBC. I always pretend like Joe hasn't seen it. The other stuff here, the video he has. Here's a medical expert on MSNBC who admits at the end he doesn't know this, but just throws it out there anyway, that even after we have a vaccine, this tyranny has to continue. Check this out.
We don't know if just getting the vaccination prevents serious illness, or does it also prevent you from getting infection entirely, meaning you can still get infected with the virus potentially and pass it on to others. So really, really critical. Don't let your guard down just because you got vaccinated. You still might be able to get infected with the virus and pass on others. So please keep that in mind.
Did you catch the opening part of that? He comes out and says, we don't know. Well, if we don't know, can we look into it? Listen, folks, I get it. You guys want to take, and ladies out there want to take some just smart common sense measures. Wash your hands, keep your distance while we figure out the vaccine, the science, how it works. If there are any downsides we didn't detect yet, totally understandable. You can't believe in the scientific method only when it proves you right. And then when it proves you wrong, you're like, nah, science no good. But he just admitted, his words, not mine, he doesn't know. So can we know? Can we just know before we put out this kind of stuff? Can we check that out? I'm just asking. I told you the goalposts were going to move. Sadly, it only took one day.
You just heard Dan Bongino.